Ooh, Astrea Zerg against Terran. This should be like his weakest matchup. Zerg against Terran. We'll see what he does.
What? Meniseko donated $3.33. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
I was just at Lirak's house where I had sex with his mom. She confirms that Lirak has gone into hiding. He is on the lam. Why, you ask? Well, that's the hard part. Lirak. Well, he's the one reporting people in your stream.
No, he's not.
Come in my ass.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so guys, Astrea is the best NA Protoss player. One of the best Protoss players in the world right now. Foxer is just a good NA Terran player. And yeah, Astrea is playing random, so Foxer doesn't really know what's going on with that, but that's okay. This is not a huge deal. Like, you can just... random in StarCraft 2 is much weaker than random in StarCraft 1 because it's a two-player map. You can just decide when to scout your opponent. Also, you start with enough workers that it's hard to lose to anything right at the beginning of the game. So it's not like a huge issue that his opponent is random here. Foxer's going to send his SCV, and he's going to find that Overlord in the center, and now he knows that he's playing TVZ. He already got double gas, so this will be a factory opener. He actually turns around here, so decides, you know what? We don't need to scout this. Now, if this was a Lings first, he might have been in trouble. If it's the Lings to run around the Reaper, but it's not. But you know what? He's going factory anyways, so who cares? Factory in that main base. We'll see if he goes reactor right away or he pops a Marine. I think he'll go reactor, if I had to guess. Let's see. And there's the reactor. All right, so it looks like we'll probably just get some reactored Hellions out very, very quickly. And I wonder if Foxer is going to go for a command center here. Because, I mean, he's got a fair amount of gas built up, doesn't he? All right, kills the Ling off. And the Queen is out, so no issues here. Down goes that Reaper. Oof. That's a bit painful. Command center up in the main base, as well as a starport coming up. All right, so... I mean, it's... I guess what I'm really waiting for here is to see what Astrea's ZVT looks like. So, like, right now, he's on 2 bases going lair, right? Not a common build, but it's a build. Now, there can be 3 things this can do, okay? The 3 builds that this can be are a Nidus all-in, a 2-hatch Mutaplay, and a Roach speed +1 into 3rd base. All those are things that we have seen on 2 bases against Terran. The Nidus all-in and the Mutalisk play are probably the most popular, but honestly don't know what Astrea wants to go for here. Cloaked Banshee's on the way here to go with these Hellions. The Hellions unable to really find anything right now. I don't think they should really expect to find anything anyways. 4 more Hellions coming out. That layer just about to finish. And I think he's going to throw Spire down. That's what it looks like to me. Let's see it. Yep, there it is. 2-hatch Spire from Astrea. That's really interesting. Now, one thing to mention, he might actually have decent knowledge of this build. He lived in South Korea when this build was popular in Terran vs. Zerg, in the house with no regret and Scarlet. So that, like, you know, they knew a lot about this type of play. So maybe he picked up things about how to play the 2-hatch Muta. Oh, boy. That could be bad. Let's see. Oof. Bit painful here. Obviously, a lot of this could have been prevented if he had blocked the ramp correctly. Probably a Zerg player, like a Zerg main, would not have allowed this to occur. Oh! 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 18 drones. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. The Spire, you know, it's right there. He's seen it. Well, it seems like he just barely caught eyes on it. And he does have an eBay on the way, so I think he's going to be fine. But we don't know 100% if he confirmed that that was a Spire. But I think you look at this and can tell, right? You see 4 gases and everything. So anyways, Astrea took a lot of damage there. This is certainly better for Foxer. Let's see if missile turrets get started. If you make no missile turrets, I can see Astrea coming back. If his mutas get over there and there's no turrets. Maybe he didn't click on the Spire. You got to click on buildings, you know? Okay, there's a turret. 2 turrets. Okay, he's fine. Foxer should be able to win this, I would say. But honestly, I'm not... I don't know how good Astrea's Zerg actually is. Obviously, there he made kind of a blunder. Yeah, not much damage as of yet. A lot of mutas are being made, and this is very normal. One thing I want to mention about 2-hatch muta play, I think the hardest thing about playing 2-hatch muta against Zerg, against Terran, is your +1/1 melee and carapace upgrades are very, 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 very late with this build. Always. You just can't afford them. You have to make lots of mutas, keep Terran on the other side, and then use banelings to stop at least the first attack. Because you simply don't have good upgrades. You should basically be down 2 upgrades for most of the game with this build. And that's something that can be hard to play with, right? We'll see exactly where that ends up. You know, maybe that's not how it goes this particular time, but just something to note. So Astrea's 3rd base is about to finish. Still flying around with these mutas, still not finding damage. Foxer's incoming attack is going to be pretty scary. Baneling's speed here is being researched. This is a hard one, though. It's going to be +1 against nothing. And that's the most important upgrade there. Ugh. The muta's just really not doing anything. This does make me wonder as well, because I think he's going to lose. Does Astrea switch to Protoss for the 3rd game to make sure he gets a win? Or does he man it out and go for random again where this could occur? Well, the muta's picking off some medevacs. That's kind of cool, I guess. Baneling count is at 8 against 48 Marines and 3 tanks. I think this game is about to end. It is so hard to imagine. Yeah, he kills the Baneling nest. I mean, God. Bunch of 0/0 lings gonna run up. Yep. Okay, gets a few connections here. Honestly, I'm surprised he even killed that army. But he lost, like, everything to do it. Yeah, look at this. Reinforcements coming up. He's just gonna unload. I think we'll see a GG here from Astrea. He really doesn't have anything going on. GG. Now, that was the worst case scenario for his random. Astrea is actually like top of the ladder with Terran on NA. So he could probably do fine against Fox or TVT. And obviously if he gets Protoss, he's way favored. Now we'll be going into game 3 of Foxer versus Astrea, and then we'll be going over to play Solar. I don't know what he played as game 1. I assume he went random. We didn't get to see that one. I don't think anyone was casting it. Why do I need to wear a wristband when I cast? My friend, I am an athlete. I played a Brood War game before this. Was making early mutts a mistake? It's not very popular in the meta. It is a build, though. I think he's just not that good ZVT. All right, Astrea's going random again. So he's manning it out. And he gets Zerg again. Are you fucking serious? Okay, I have to mention. Okay, Dark was playing Protoss earlier. Made us wait like 30 minutes to get into our next series. Astrea is going random every game and getting his worst fucking race. We have been waiting this entire time, skipping other good quality matches because we wanted Astrea versus Solar. And now Astrea is sitting here getting Zerg over and over. Jesus. Yeah, could have been in Clembion right now. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. The thing is, Astrea Solar is a sick game. Like, that is the type of series where I will turn that on. Someone messages me and they're like, oh, Astrea and Solar playing right now on so-and-so stream. I would fucking go tune into that. Because that is such a good match. That is such a, if you look at their styles and everything, it's exactly the match you want. So, let's hope that Astrea can take down Foxer here. But Foxer really destroyed him that previous game. SCV Scout is coming out. Overlord going through the center, so it will get scouted. We'll see if Foxer turns around once again. He spray paints eyes here looking at the hatch. I love it. I love it. The greatest thing. That's a great ad for StarCraft 2. That might be one of the best things they put in the game. All right, so Reaper coming across the map. There's a Reactored Hellion being made here from Foxer in just a moment. Starts his command center, so very similar build to the previous game. Reaper gets up here quickly. And one Ling does get picked. Queen is about to pop out. So look at this. Even Astrea only loses a single Ling to this. Ooh, saves the creep tumor. Nice. And obviously that's pretty much the end of what the Reaper can do here. Starport on the way. And with the 3 hatch play, at least Astrea is going to give himself equal macro to what he should have, right? I think if you're going to play a 2 hatch Muta play, you got to really be on top of that build. Because, again, that build was popular for a little bit and actually phased out pretty much entirely. It's pretty rare to see nowadays. So for him to be doing that, it's seems like a hard one to pull off. Right? Like I wouldn't want to see like Solar or Dark do that against Maru. I wouldn't bet on them. Ooh, nice Lings there. Nice Lings there. Very, very good. Yeah, don't forget last game as well. He let a bunch of Hellions in and lost like 13 drones or so. Which is obviously a huge, huge thing to go along with the toughness of the strat he chose. Now, picks off those Hellions. Surprised that Foxer dived so early. He's going up to 6 Hellions anyways. I feel like maybe he should have waited. We have a Viking coming out. I don't know if we're going to see a Banshee follow-up there. Or, excuse me. Or maybe we just want to go for a medevac. It's a possibility. A Liberator? Yeah, Liberator after Viking isn't bad. Push some Overlords away, sneak the Liberator in. It can happen. Yeah, there it is. All right, cool play from Foxer. I like it. All right, kills off that Overlord. Viking continuing to go forward. attacking this queen. Has 6 Hellions right now. Third command center gets started in the wall there. Foxer just harassing lightly with these Hellions right now. Where is that Liberator going to go, I wonder? Probably the, well, left side or right side. I'm not sure. He's checking left side with the Vikings, so probably around that way. All right, backs up. They have a pretty quick carapace upgrade here. Not sure actually what Astrea's real plan is, honestly. Like, he's getting a quick carapace. Okay, there's the layer. He has a 4th hatch on the way. Nothing looks bad, but I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly what it is. Oh, that's a funny place to siege. Siege is over nothing. Okay. Look at that. Double teaming. Now, Foxer floating out that third command center. Getting 1-1. Stim as well. Layer going to be finishing up here. I think Astrea should go Hydralisk Den. I think it should be Lingbane Hydra. Oh, he has a macro hatch in the main? My bad. So this is going to be pure Ling. I thought you were supposed to get 2 Evos at once with this. I believe you actually technically are. Okay, he's going to go ahead and bring this over. The Liberator actually giving a little bit of trouble there. 4 worker kills. Really, really solid. That's very good for the first Liberator like that. Oh, look at that. Ooh, run out of there. 10 more drones on the way. He does get that +1 melee started. Can start +2 carapace pretty quickly here as well. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be pure Lingbane for Astrea. So he's going for something that is pretty mechanical. Not a bad choice for him. He should be a slightly better mechanical player, I would say, than Foxer. And, yeah, I mean, if you go Lingbane like this, you do have to kind of get your +2 carapace started. That's one thing he's missed a little bit here. Wow, he is really shoving these Lings through a meat grinder and actually ends up killing everything. But one thing to keep in mind, excuse me, is you definitely need to get up to your hive in reasonable time. You definitely are going to need that Ultralisk Cavern to hold the bigger pushes from Terran, because just pure Lingbane, if you macro it well, if you take engages well, if you have decent creep spread, you can hold off a lot, but you can't hold off stuff forever, and you're going to need to be able to get into Ultras later. Right, so this queen kind of out in the middle, going to be able to get picked off as Foxer moves through the center and starts picking off creep. You know, I think Astrea is actually, like, I kind of like where he's at. I like where he's at. Like, I don't know how good he is with this, but he's got a good drone count. He's got a good hatchery count. Doesn't have Baneling speed yet. He's going to have 1-1 pretty soon. Already has the carapace, which is the most important part. Right? There's some good things happening for him. His army supply is similar, which is solid for Lingbane. When you're playing Lingbane, you know, Lingbane is super low supply, so if you're on equal supplies, you're pretty happy with that. Foxer being really careful not to go on creep. You got to give him props for that. That's important right now. You step on creep here, you might die. You know, I remember that's something actually Scarlet used to say about Maru a lot. It's like Maru just will never misstep on a creep. It takes such a little thing to be the best, doesn't it? It's like, yeah, no, fuck that. That's crazy. I'm not going on there. All right, some very good harassment from Astrea. Look at that. Ling run by is getting 20 plus SCVs right now. Really, really annoying. And Foxer basically has to pull back. A move like this oftentimes can result in a victory. 25 worker kills, plus you get your opponent completely off your back. Astrea's taken another base, so he's going to be 5 base against 3. He's going to have his +2 carapace. He's getting burrow. He's droning up even more. Look at this, 86 drones, super, super healthy. Hive finishing up so he can get that Ultros Cavern immediately. Dude, I think Astrea is absolutely going to take this and still give us our match here against Solar. And yeah, that is this is a good point. You definitely need to go 2 factory mines against something like this. Siege tanks are like, I mean, look at how slow they are here, unfortunately. Astrea just crushing through. Going for an attack now. Not much left over here. Oh, the second factory even going to be killed. That is rough. Trying to bust through this wall. Baneling's coming up as well. Tons of units here for Astrea. And, well, that's kind of funny, isn't it? This is why you do eventually have to go ultras. Astrea getting the worst part of the end of that engagement, but still very, very up. He's up 30 workers and 30 army supply. So Ultra's Cavern is done. Adrenal is on the way. +3 carapace as well. +2 melee just finished. Yeah, Astrea is definitely going to win this game. This is a tough position for Foxer. He is getting his 4th base, so that's really good. But as the Ultras come out, like, Foxer doesn't have a very good position here. Astrea's engages are a little bit sloppy. Like, he's not really running in for his attacks correctly. He's not really microing the Ling Bane on, like, a Pro Zerg level. But he's just got so much at this point that a lot of it doesn't matter. Look at that. More SCVs going down. Foxer with very little left over. So Ultra's coming out now. Chitinous is almost done. Look at that, the gold base. I actually forgot that that was a gold base there that he had taken. His economy pretty insane, honestly. Probably should even add a couple macro hatches on to what he's got already. Astrea's economy just nutso right now. More tanks coming out, +3 attack on the way. Tons of Ling Bane. If Astrea just maxes out and attack moves, he'll win the game. That should be it, really. I don't think he has ultra speed, so probably wants to get that. Yeah, it just starts it now. All right, well, here we go. Astrea is maxed out and attack moving. I think this is probably going to end up ending it. And the Banelings actually turn away. Everything's kind of going in different directions, so maybe Foxer can still hold on here. 40 supply disappearing for Astrea. He did punch through up into the main base a little bit here. Foxer right now microing his heart out, trying to stay alive. Oof. Neural right now coming up. The fact that he's getting Neural, I think we're going to see some trolling. Look at this. Loads into Overlords. That's pretty funny. Look at this. He's going to chase it down with Medivacs and try to pop him. Drops the Ultras out to deal with that. Super fast. GG, well played. And Astrea will take it down. And that'll give us Astrea Solar. Excellent. Excellent.